Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we're going to be talking about Golbez, who is about to get his rework, his BT rework, and his FR weapon. Now, by the time you're watching this video, his rework is already out on Global Default, but his FR weapon has not dropped just yet. That will be in a banner here in a few days, but we're still gonna go ahead and briefly go over his rework, and then I'm gonna let you guys know whether or not you should pull for him in the upcoming banner. So do let me know down in the comment section below what your plans are going to be. If you're going to be pulling for Golbez, or if you're going to be holding off for a future banner, feel free to let me know. And as always, if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. By the way, my new outro is finally out and it is in this video. So stay tuned towards the end of this video. I think you guys will enjoy it. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. A big thank you, as always, to all of my current YouTube members for further supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys greatly. If you ever thought about becoming a member of the channel, you can either click the join button below or the first link in the description of this video for details on what perks you can gain for becoming a supporter of the channel. And a big thank you ahead of time if you do decide to become one. So we'll first start off with Golbez rework. So his skill 1, Rising Wave ++, deals 9 total HP attacks with 50% splash damage. His skill 2, Glare Hand ++, allows for 200% stolen max brave overflow and deals a split AoE HP attack 5 times. His EX now deals an AoE full HP attack 9 times. His Atonement for Hatred buff adds a 20% HP damage up and 30% max brave up. His LD now deals an AoE split HP attack 9 times that allows for 250% stolen max brave overflow. Now his BT effect got extended to 6 turns and adds the following: to himself, a 70% HP damage cap up, and to the party, a 30% HP damage cap up. Now with Freya as his partner, Golbez FR deals an AoE split HP attack 5 times. While active, it grants the party with Dark Enchant. Also, whenever you are dealing Elemental Weakness Brave damage, the party gains a 50% HP damage up, HP damage cap up, and a Brave damage cap up. Now his FR conditions are as follows: a 40% increase whenever a teammate deals Weakness Brave damage, and a 35% increase whenever a teammate selects a dark ability. So let's talk about whether or not you should pull for Golbez. Now before I start off, the banner that you see on the screen right now is not going to be the actual banner that is going to be dropping for Global, because remember, during the community live stream, it was shown that Golbez and his F1BT will be released alongside with Garnet. So it is not going to be Renoa like it was originally on the JP side. So now that that's out the way, Golbez, he's a straight up Dark Elemental DPS character. Like, he just in general, he is all about dealing damage, and the rework that he is about to get is disgusting. Like, it is a very strong rework. I mean, you have a very good amount of HP attacks, whether it be for a single target, whether it be for AoE. Golbez is your man if you want to deal a hefty amount of AoE damage. Now, of course, there are the stronger DPS characters out there, but Golbez is actually a really good option in terms of DPS, in terms of his BT effect, and that FR is actually pretty good in my opinion, because it does provide with Dark Enchant. It does have an additional effect to the party, which is that brave damage cap increase. So that's nice right there. So right there, it'll help for everybody in being able to hit for the highest amounts of brave possible, or your brave damage is going to be much higher while his FR is active. Now pairing him with strong brave gain characters like Rem, Rosa, Ursula, or if you just want to cheese it, with Quina or Setzer to help him in capping out in his damage output. his brave hits in between his HP attacks are very little, so he definitely wants to be paired up with a strong support character that has a very good amount of brave gains, or again, if you want to just use Quina or Setzer, so that way you can just take advantage of the amount of like crazy amounts of HP damage that he can deal, then those are going to be characters that you definitely want Golbez to be paired up with. Now his F4, like I just mentioned, it is great as the conditions to meet his F4 conditions are very easy to meet, which is to deal dark elemental damage, which guess what, his F4 is able to enchant everybody, and then the other one is to deal weakness brave damage or weakness elemental damage. So I mean, Golbez is able to help you out with that, no issue whatsoever, because he does inflict a dark resist down debuff to the target. So yeah, the conditions are not hard whatsoever to be able to meet. And then of course, like I said, the third stat, the additional third stat increase while his F4 is active and you are dealing elemental weakness brave damage is a nice plus. Like I said, like it's like the fact that Golbez is just basically, aside from being him being a straight up DPS, he is also adding to helping out the party a little bit. Now his BT effect, though, with it being 6 turns, is definitely going to help him out. Of course, if you do plan on going into the BT phase with Golbez, then you do have to properly set up. You can either use characters like Pain with her BT effect, if you time her BT effect correctly, because one of the things about her BT effect is that it does grant a buff, and after it reaches a certain amount of stacks, the character does gain an additional turn. The other thing is going to be to use Golbez's FR as the main force time, then on his following turn, use his BT effect, and then on the following turn, you can go on to the BT phase if you want to. If you're okay with not using his final FR Echo, and you've already used everybody else's FR Echo, then his damage is overall still going to be great. That HP damage bonus percentage is going to be very high. Or if not, you could just use the Luna Freya call, spam his FR and then BT effect and then BT phase afterwards. Like there are numerous ways to be able to work around with a character who has a short turn BT effect. And also one thing to add is that BT effect prevents the enemy from gaining brave whatsoever. So it is a nice convenience that they decided to add that in there into his BT effect. So my honest opinions on Golbez: very strong DPS character. Definitely one to not really look over unless you are comfortable with the characters, with your damage dealers. Then I would say you can hold off on Golbez. But like, Golbez is definitely a character to not overlook, especially because he can definitely be helpful for any future weekly Crystal Quest runs. He can be helpful for any potential Dare to Defy that we may have in the future. Just in general, having like a good like second or third DPS character in your roster of characters will not be a bad thing whatsoever. In terms of like budget or anything like that, I would say you can probably go up to the F4, but like if you want those additional HP cap increases, especially for Golbez, man, a 70% HP damage cap increase is something to definitely not look over. So, and not many characters have that 70% increase. So for him having that on top of like having ultimate weapon, all that good stuff, high armor, etc., and then of course his FR being active, that's an additional 50. Plus, you gotta add the amount of HP attacks that he does offer. I mean, like, yeah, the man is definitely going to hit for very good damage. So Golbez is definitely not a must pull, but if you do decide that you want to chase for his FR, if you already have him BT plus, or if you already have him, or if you just have his BT, then he can actually do you really well. I do not think that he's a bad character whatsoever, and with the update that he is going to be getting, like, he's definitely gonna do you well if you do decide to chase for his FR and or kit. So, but he is definitely not a must pull, just great to have. So, other than that though, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let me know your plans for the upcoming banner when they do drop it here in a few days. And as always, if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.